Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 2025 OS World Cup group stage. We're back in Group C once again for our next match between Spain and Italy, a very high-stakes one. I'm Doland, and I'll be joined by Stage.
Yes, hello. It's good to be back. We have such an exciting match for you all today. Spain coming in at seed number 20, riding the momentum off of a really incredible upset against Chile yesterday, who was in seed 10. And Italy unfortunately had a rough match against France yesterday with a 5-0 loss. So we will see what happens in this match today, and it's going to be a great one.
Really a chance for Italy here to turn this group absolutely upside down if they could get the win over Spain. As you noted, Spain taking that massive upset win against Chile yesterday in tiebreak, and will now give Italy the chance to really flip this group on its head if they were to beat Spain. Handing three of the major teams one loss already. And immediately after this match, we are going to be getting France versus Chile. So we're going to get some back-to-back Group C action.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this is actually this match yesterday was actually the second major upset of the weekend. We saw Malaysia also had an incredible win. So anything can happen in group stage, honestly. And what we've seen this weekend so far is, the really key idea is group consistency, team consistency. So really each team is as weak as its weakest link, and you can't really rely on too many carry performances in the group stage. So we're hoping to see some consistency from both teams here. But again, it would be a major deal for Italy to pull out a victory here. So we are always rooting for the underdog here. We do see the rolls coming out, and things are going to be underway shortly with the picks and bans.
16 against an 83 on the rolls here. Spain winning it.
And we will just see whether Spain takes first or second ban. They are going to go for the second ban here. And looking at the qualifier results between Italy and Spain, Italy looked very comfortable in comparison on Nomad 4. They won that by over 850k, just kind of comparing those two score lines, and that is a slider tech map. So we do see a Hidden 2 ban coming out. That's an interesting ban considering the Hidden 2 was actually pretty favorable for Spain, just kind of looking at the qualifier results. But again, the maps are so different compared to qualifiers in group stage. The maps are much easier this time around, so I think they're just trying to get rid of some comfort picks there.
Hidden 2 is definitely a universally polarizing skill set amongst most players. You either love it or you absolutely hate it, and obviously they're not one to leave anything up to chance here. Spain will elect to take out Free Mod 1, and we'll go into probably one of the most popular picks this weekend, Nomad 2, to kick this one off.
Yeah, Nomad 2 is such a good map. 230 BPM, a little bit over 2 minutes long. There's a lot of streams and bursts and a bit of slider tech in this one as well, about 40% of the way through the map. There's just also lots of long streams headed into the break section around halfway in. It's kind of a difficult portion that you want to watch out for misses on. Missing halfway through the map is just the worst case scenario in this scoring system, Score v2. And there's also a pretty difficult ending spike in the last key eye towards the end of the map.
Apologies, we have just a couple technical difficulties there. We accidentally got the band colors wrong on the stream. So had to get those sorted out real quick. But it was Italy banning out that Hidden 2, I believe. So that would make a bit more sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering why Spain would ban that, considering it was one of their strongest performances in qualifiers, so that's good to know.
But Nomad 2, definitely one of the more popular choices this weekend. I think it's definitely one of, if not the most picked maps so far.
Yeah, this weekend we've seen a lot of the same maps coming through. Nomad 5, DT2, some of the Fremont maps are just very, very popular. I don't think we've seen much Nomad 1 action at all. And that makes perfect sense considering you don't want to leave a map like Nomad 1 in play, up to chance. We are going to get started here. For Spain, we see Aleph, one of the strongest performers from that match with Chile yesterday. Same with Escrupulio, pardon the pronunciation. Baby Scylla, Townie 1 for Spain. Duke, Arj, Nyx, and Meows for the side of Italy.
It's actually Escrupulio. I don't know. We need a caster pronunciation guide. I've been pushing for that for 5 years, still haven't got it. I'm not hopeful. Anyway, Nomad 2 match underway. Spain and Italy. It is a slight advantage for Spain. About 40k to start this one off. A couple early misses on the Italian side coming from Nyx and Duke.
And it's going to be 2 FCs on the side of Spain, 2 full combos versus... 4 full combos on the side of Spain versus 2 for Italy. And this map is pretty consistently difficult. But again, we are kind of just waiting for that halfway section. There's a bit of a diff spike coming in now with a bit of a slider kind of subtech section going on. Still no slider breaks from anyone. Everyone is looking extremely confident on this. Italy developing 2 very strong supporting combos, well over 700 each. Baby Scylla does find the miss. Spain, unfortunately, the lead is slipping away just ever so slightly.
Yeah, their accuracy has given them a cushion here, but as you've noted, the lead already cut in half just like that after the miss from Baby Scylla.
Absolutely. A very tame section coming out of this break. Just a 30k score difference climbing towards the side of Italy here. Italy just needs to maintain if they want to get this breakpoint on the board. And Aleph, one of the star players for Spain, does find the miss, and the score line is surging towards the side of Italy, going into this next difficult section towards the end.
Those recovery combos from Italy are absolutely beautiful. All over 1,000 combo, and Escrupulio and Townie have no help. Arj, Duke, oh wait, everyone falls except for Meows on Italy. Oh. It's coming back, but is there enough time? I don't think so. 80k. Last stream, Nyx goes, wait a minute. Oh. This could flip it does. Baby Scylla misses, but it's not enough, and Spain take it back.
What a catastrophe. That is the worst possible thing that could have happened, besides Meows also missing, who does find, I believe that is a full combo, but with some accuracy differences, that's going to bring him a little bit under 970, 980k. But wow, that is an amazing performance from the side of Spain, clutching up with 2 full combos and 1 slider break S rank, and then a strong support from Baby Scylla. I mean, but look at the supports on the side of Italy. 3 700k scores and basically an FC. Oh, that is so incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah, wow. Definitely a prime opportunity missed there for Italy to take what would have been a massive break point. The only solace that they can take is the fact that it was not their pick. But man, it was theirs until it wasn't, and that was the exact theme of their last match against France. Despite a 5-0 scoreline, there were 2 or 3 of those maps where Italy had a shot to take it. They were leading and just could not seal the deal.
Yeah, that is just what you want to see. It's very unfortunate, but that does happen sometimes. And no, Italy, the ball is in their court. They do have this pick. They're going to look to find some momentum here, get a point on the board, kind of recover from that very, very close loss.
You know, Marble asking the true questions that deserve to be asked. I like to think that as a Hidden 2 player myself, this is why Italy are being punished.
You know, as a speed player and a Hidden 2, I don't know, non-player, I think I'm on the side of Italy here.
It's either one or the other. But this is now a very interesting pick here from Italy, Nomad 4. I mean, it's to be expected. Now, it's interesting that this was not banned, because this was Italy's best skill set on the qualifiers. They were 5th overall on the Nomad 4, and now Spain are picking into it. So this is very bold here from Spain. This is a high-risk, high-reward maneuver. You might be wondering, chat, why on earth would any sane team do that? Why would you pick the map that your opponents were number 5 overall on in the qualifier skill set? Well, if they take this point away right here off the board, it will narrow the pool drastically for Italy and put them in a very uncomfortable position for the rest of the match here.
And you're exactly right, but also there's also a bit of a mind game element. When you pick the opponent's best skill sets and you win on them, that really does kind of shatter expectations.
Wait, again, we still have wrong colors. We're getting debated.
Okay.
I was going to say, this makes no sense. What is happening?
Okay, I thought Spain was going for like the mega mind play here, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, that is insane.
Crazy in the OS World Cup as well, especially in this environment. But yeah, we are already back, so
there we
Italy.
go.
Yes, I guess Italy will be picking this one.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense. You know, they were number 5 overall on this skill set in the qualifiers, and their opponents didn't ban it, so challenge accepted seemingly from Spain here. They had to know this was going to be coming here.
And this is our Slider Tech OS original. There's lots of overlaps as well, and there, kind of a danger of note lock happening here. So really got to have some precise aim control. And there's a key eye coming up right after the slow section, about 2/3 of the way in. So we want to watch out for that as well.
Indeed, roster set. It's going to be Paladex, Escru Pupilio, Degori, and Aleph for Spain. Duke, Bellafigo, Arge, and Kurochi for Italy. By the way, do you know what Bellafigo means in Italian?
I do not.
Nice, handsome.
Say that again?
Nice, handsome, if you were to do it directly into English, but
Perfect. Beautiful.
So, yeah, there you go. Knowledge.
Knowledge is power. As we get underway here, everyone's looking very comfortable. We did see an early miss from Aleph, and now we do see Paladex missing on the side of Spain. Italy looking so comfortable on their pick, as expected, based on the qualifier results. 1/3 of the way in, and we have not seen a single drop. And every player besides one above 98% accuracy cannot say the same thing about Spain.
Oh, Kurochi going down just before the break there is going to put this advantage to a halt here for Italy. They're still in great shape. However, at the halfway mark, that is going to be a major score capping factor for Kurochi.
Just looking at the combos, it does look like Italy still has the advantage. We've seen a lot more breaks from Spain. So if Spain wants any chance of a break point here, we're going to need to see mini slider breaks in this very difficult slider aim tech section. And Italy is just nailing it. Really, everyone is. Besides Arge, actually, who does find a miss and continues to find slider breaks on this section.
Even that is going to put things firmly in Italy's hands here. Arge finding a break will give Spain a chance to flip this one yet again, but they're going to need to basically pitch a perfect game here through the end of this map, this last quarter. And they may need at least one more miss from Italy, but so far they are not providing it, although that score lead has now been nearly cut in half stage.
Yes, that scoreline is accelerating towards the side of Spain as we continue through the ending of this map here, and Bellafigo does find the miss. Oh my god, we are seeing the scoreline just deleting on the side of Italy. It is teetering towards 3K, and it flipped towards the side of Spain. 20K, and it's racing. We're off to the races. There is no recovering from the side of Italy.
Bellafigo, Arge, it happened again, 2 maps in a row, and that was Nomad 4. Italy's, what was supposed to be one of their strongest picks in this pool, it has once again fallen apart at the very last moment.
It's so surprising that this map is just objectively easier compared to the one in qualifiers. And we see 3 S ranks, but there are just too many late stage misses that just send the score lead over to the side of Spain, who is able to maintain composure through the end of each map. And that is really, really unlucky, as you mentioned, to have this happen twice in a row. Spain taking the first breakpoint of this match, and they are going to look to capitalize on this with potentially a 3-0 lead.
Spain with the pick next, a chance to do some serious damage, and in these best of 9s, every point is crucial in these first 2 opening rounds of picks. Italy are going to need a breakpoint here pretty badly. But you have to wonder if Spain are going to allow them to have that. I mean, if I were Spain, I'm eyeing up that hidden map potentially. Maybe that free mod 2, free mod 3. Some absolute bangers in the free mod pool, by the way, I just want to point out.
Oh, absolutely. Spain yesterday had an incredible performance against Chile on Hidden 1 with nearly 3.2 million team score. So if I was honestly in Spain's shoes, I would probably be riding that momentum and going with that. But we are going to see a kind of out of left field DT2. Italy barely winning the DT2 kind of in this qualifier comparison. The difference in score there is only 136k. This DT2 it's just your consistent tapping with stamina and a speed check, really. Coming in at just over 2.5 minutes, AR 10.1, OD 9.6, so it's a bit forgiving on the accuracy component, with really just 3 kind of consistently difficult sections each quarter throughout this map.
And that's absolutely brutal. I mean, you know, the mapper definitely knew what they were doing. Lassie, you knew what you were doing. That's absolutely mean. That's brutal. Every quarter, let's score captain. Here, and here.
In the editor, there are 3 pretty much identical key eyes, exactly 25, 50, and 75% of the way through. It's quite funny, honestly. And there are also a lot of high BPM kind of quad bursts on this map as well. So it is a finger control check.
Now this is definitely one of Italy's more comfortable skill sets when you compare it to the other mod brackets in the pool. They're by no means a bad double time team, but they absolutely need to get a point on the board right here, right now. Duke Arge meows Bellafigo once again as we await the full roster here from Spain.
Duke actually did have an S rank on this, performing just barely better. Excuse me, I'm actually looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the right link. Yeah, he did have an S rank on this yesterday in the match versus France, and just had kind of an unfortunate slider break. So we could see a potential full combo. You know, you get a little bit more comfortable with each map as you continue to play in the group stage. You have so many matches on the same pool. And actually, we also did see an 8-way S rank, an extremely rare phenomenon in a different match on this map yesterday.
Here we go. The roster for Spain now set. Townie, Escrupulio, Aleph, and Ducori. You know, it turns out Escrupulio's got that pronunciation guide on the profile, so that one's on me.
That's awesome.
That is completely on me. Shout out to the chat for dropping the knowledge. And here we go. A very important double time 2 pick. No early misses to report. Accuracy advantage for Italy off the start. About 20k advantage.
Yeah, we do see some early accuracy drops from the side of Spain here. And we're getting into that first quarter of the map, this first key eye. Everything is a bit more difficult. We do find 2 matching slider breaks from Duke and Ducori. Nothing is going to change. The lead is just ever so slightly teetering towards the side of Spain as we see Bellafigo drop their accuracy down to 97, low 97 actually. And we're pretty much tied as we exit this section.
Yeah, it's a pure accuracy battle, but that miss from Belofigo is going to shift the lead over towards Spain. It will still be a very close battle. But now Spain will begin to put some points in the bank as we approach the halfway mark.
Yeah, the second Ki is coming up. There are no breaks here. The lead is, continuing to increase towards the side of Spain as they do have 3 full combos 2-2. Arjun Meow is holding on for Italy with 2 solid full combos at pretty high accuracy, but Aleph over 99% does find a few drops there, but honestly, Spain is just looking incredible on this pick.
And now it's a matter of combo gaming here because they've held on long enough. That combo advantage is starting to pay off, but Aleph is going to go down despite finding those act drops, is not able to combo game any further, and that may open the door here for Italy, but they will need to be flawless in this final quarter as they are down 140k.
Yeah, these long streams here, very long bursts, very stamina intensive. Belofigo does find another miss, but that's not so devastating for Italy as they do still have 2 full combos. Duke is doing an excellent job at providing support. Decory dropping that supporting combo. 2 FCs to 2 with a strong 1200, nearly 1200 combo from Duke.
They're going to need one more. They're going to need one more miss to come out from Townie or Escrupulio, and it is not happening. It looks
Still
as if
so close.
Spain are going to be able to just hold on. They banked enough points early on to ride out the storm from Italy. And it'll be a 47,000 point win. And once again, heartbreak for Italy. It was so close.
Again. Oh my gosh, Dolan. These points, not a single point has been more than 100k score in a difference. It's so unfortunate. You hate to see it. But Belofigo really struggling, just under 500k score. And again, this is kind of the story that we've seen through group stage. If you're 4th player syndromed on any map, we see 3 S-rings coming out from Italy, but that's just not enough. You really need strong supports. And Duke was able to provide such a good support, had a really unlucky slider break. But again, that's just not quite enough.
Wait, are some of the Spanish players unique classmates? Is that what I'm reading in chat?
Honestly?
Is that actual lore, accurate lore? Because if so, they're the protagonists, and that explains everything that's been happening.
Talk about team synergy. Oh, I see. Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Twitch chat, and then I see it in the actual
No, I was talking
chat.
about the game chat. This is actual real-life Osu anime playing out here. But now the pick is with Italy, and they need to convert this badly, or they will be staring down the barrel of 4-0.
Such a dark place to be in, honestly, in a best of 9, because then your opponent is guaranteed a tiebreaker as well. So then you have to go through tiebreaker, which is its own it's basically mental warfare at that point.
Oh yes.
We do see Free Mod 3 coming out from Italy. This is kind of a snap aim ulti pick. It's a lot of sense for this team.
An absolute banger. Maybe looking to reset the vibes a little bit, but certainly a different skill set, as you mentioned, with the swing aim. And that is exactly what this Italian roster needs, is a switch up here, a change in pace.
Honestly, this is... go ahead.
There's no better song to really get into the rhythm than Imaike Samba.
The vibes are immaculate today on this pick. But yeah, this has a lot of wide jumps. It's still ulti, but it's at a low enough BPM to where, if you're a high BPM single tap player, you could easily single tap this. And we do see just so many wide jumps. It's almost a little bit RNG in that nature. I would say this is the most similar map to Nomad 1. Maybe some people would disagree with that, but it's kind of like an ulti Nomad 1, if you will.
Yeah, kind of like a combination really between a Nomad 1 and a Nomad 3. A little bit of alts, but certainly some aim there, combined with this unique swing rhythm. Really makes it kind of an interesting free mod pick.
Mm-hmm. And there's really no reading requirement from what I can see. So I would say this is like a hidden preference map. And, you know, I guess this favors Spain a little bit more, but honestly, it's free mod, so you can kind of do whatever you want there, really. You might see double HR coming out from Italy in that case.
Yep, the timer watchers have called their teammates back in. Hopefully the modded players on both sides got a chance to play the intro once, get a feel for the rhythm.
And from the side of Spain, we see this kind of core roster of players, just absolute Goliaths, honestly. They're performing so well together. And on the side of Italy, Arj, Kurochi, Meows, and Nyx, we do see we do see a hidden hard rock from Baby Scylla, giving Spain 2 nomads to work with. Very, very interesting.
Baby Scylla trying to live up to their father standards here. This is insane. Decory with an early miss is going to go for the Apraxia method here.
It's kind of a tame intro here. It's just kind of a vibe. We are going to see Italy able to hold up to this kind of 200 combo intro. There's a lot of just really snappy alt aim with a little bit of slider aim here. You know, in Scorby 2, you have slider accuracy, so you want to be on top of this. And just from accuracy in that one early drop from the side of Spain, Italy's going to take a very, very slight advantage. But this is a long map. Anything can happen.
Indeed, Meows, Escrufolio, and Baby Scylla finding big misses. That will favor Italy. So far, both hidden players looking really comfortable.
Absolutely. 2 FCs to 3 on the side of Italy. Again, that scoreline is just so tight, but it's
believe they disconnected, but if a player does leave the lobby instantly and somebody was lagging, it can really make Bancho not happy. So that's
absolutely
what is being sorted out right now.
I think we are seeing a ruling here in the chat that the point will just go to Spain regardless of these issues, and I think we saw clearly from the gameplay that Spain was in the lead at the very end, even with that connection issue.
As long as they have a submitted score, you know, a score submits or a score is saved, I believe that is the case. But again, we're still just waiting on official confirmation because we've been baited like 13 times already.
We do hear the Chocolate Disco song.
Yeah, okay, so it is going to be a Spanish point here.
Yeah, okay.
They were indeed ahead at the time of the DC, so it didn't matter anyway, just as we initially suspected.
Surely we're not getting baited for the 14th time.
Surely this is not a bait. Yeah, surely we're not. Surely it doesn't change to 3-1, and I just quit my job immediately. Yeah, it seems like Bancho was really upset at Spain for some reason, but they were too late to prevent them from getting the point, much to the chagrin of Italy.
Yep. For any new viewers here, unfamiliar with us, Bancho is the multiplayer server. Just a bit of lingo knowledge there for anyone unfamiliar.
All this has done is created more work for Shadoos.
Yeah, our poor statistician.
Gonna be moving on into the next map though, finally.
I think we're waiting on one more player to join the lobby. Chocolate Disco, such a good song coming out. This is going to be our Nomad 3. It is a 4.3 star map, which, as we have mentioned over the course of the weekend, if you see a 4.3 star map in the OS World Cup group stage, it is not your typical 4.3 star map, okay? It's kind of a reading heavy map with, you know, R7, CS5, so you can kind of fill in the gaps there.
So still getting some technical difficulties sorted. It appears Bancho got mad at a number of players in this lobby. Don't know if I've seen Bancho this upset before.
And match weekend, putting some extra load on the servers.
I know what it is. Bancho's just mad that group stage is back. I thought we were done with this!
True. I think we had to see some people log back into the game, get over on the tournament server.
It looks like it's going to be Aleph and Kurochi are the two players we're waiting to get back into this lobby. So coming up after this match, at the top of the hour, it is going to be the other two teams in this group, Group C. Chile against France. Chile 0-1, France 1-0.
That's going to be so exciting.
Should be an absolutely banger of a match. 10th seeded Chile, 15th seeded France.
I believe that match is planned to be on the B stream, which is at twitch.tv/oslive_2. That is overlapping with Turkey versus Belgium on the main channel at the top of the hour, as you mentioned.
Yeah, that match set to start in about 23 minutes over on the B stream.
Absolutely. It looks like we are seeing Spain with their roster lined up now, waiting on one more Italian player. Thank you for your patience as we navigate these technical issues.
Nobody called a timeout, but Bancho has forced one. Our poor official Nick is going through it today, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to all of our referees here at the US World Cup. Kind of a behind-the-scenes job, if you will. Even though you can see them in the chat, they do a lot of work behind the scenes. There's a lot going on. No one is able to see. A big shout out to everyone working on this project. It's so amazing to see everyone come together each year for this. We are seeing the GLHFs come out as we do see that last Italian player join the lobby, and we're gonna get into Chocolate Disco.
Potential match point here for Spain. He's going to be Paladex, Marble, Aleph, and Unimat for Spain against Kurochi, Nyx, Bellafigo, and Meows for Italy. For Italy, it's their last chance here. If they lose one more point, they will go down 0-2 in the group stage. And something we need to point out is that Italy would not be eliminated. No team in groups A, B, C, or D are going to be eliminated. They are in the Challenger group. The bottom two finishers in those groups will go into the losers bracket of round 1. The top two will go into the winners bracket of the round of 16.
Yep, absolutely. That's such a great thing to highlight. The format this year, we have the challengers and the contenders. But Italy is safe. Guaranteed that bracket position. But we are taking just a moment to get into this one here. Maybe there's a bit more of a difficulty.
Referee just issuing some advice for the future and some mild warnings. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Do you see one player leaving and coming back? The side of Italy here. We listened to Chocolate Disco for the how many? Third time?
Yeah, I'm really wishing it would be Mike Samba still at this point.
Right?
I think, are we about to see a yellow card or something? This is getting crazy.
Okay, the GLHFs are coming out for the second time.
Finally we have achieved equilibrium and balance in the universe.
Excellent. Okay, the match is underway. Here we go.
Although I would not advise to tell the referee to chill after having to fight Bancho. Just for any other player in their future matches. Give the refs a minute, man.
Yeah, they are working their hardest. This 4-star AR7 map. We're going to see how comfortable Spain is on this, considering they picked it. The early accuracy advantage goes to the side of Italy. And we are just getting started, Olin.
Indeed, finally, it's going to be an opening miss here for Bellafigo. But they will still have the lead off of accuracy. It is Paladex and Aleph who are somewhat struggling, but that second miss from Meows should give Spain the advantage here. Despite that disparity in accuracy, the combo game will eventually catch up.
You're exactly right. As the combo continues to increase on the side of Spain, the lead does flip over 12k and climbing as the score lines kind of accelerate towards that 1 million mark. And Spain looking so comfortable holding a quad FC as we get into the first third here. That is pretty consistently difficult. You just don't want to get tripped up on these kind of overlapping patterns, you know. It can get pretty dense, and it can be very easy to misread a rhythm and slider break or just note lock on something.
Italy doing their best, but they need a break, and they do get one from Paladex, but they might need one more, but that will at least allow them to start to eat away at the score advantages. Unimat also goes down. That will swing the door wide open for Italy, who have decent recovery combos.
Yep, Italy getting some breathing room here That scoreline is ever so slightly coming back down. Belofigo, unfortunately, going to put a pause on this recovery. Meows and Aleph trading, though, and I believe that benefits Italy. But we are seeing that scoreline kind of stagnate. Italy's going to have to really maintain consistent accuracy, like kind of performance on this accuracy side of things.
Unimat and Meow.
Unimat and Meows, yep, going down again. It's really just Marble and Kurochi. 2 supports from Nyx and Paladex.
Yeah, the combo advantage is practically non-existent here. I mean, it's maybe 200 combo advantage for Italy here. It's nothing major, but it's being kept at bay via the accuracy, but that could sway at any moment as now the score advantage is down to 30k. Belofigo consistently missing, though, is going to pump the brakes on things, and now Spain are checking out.
As we've seen time and time again, just a couple of extra misses from that 4th player really puts a hold on things, and we really need to see some clutch performances right now from these supporting combos on the side of Italy.
Oh, Kurochi, that's massive.
Oh, unfortunately,
that could have been
as you just said. I think that'll do it, Dolan.
Yep, Nyx following it up.
Yep.
That's going to seal the deal. Marble holds on to the full combo with beautiful supporting combo from their teammates. Spain will walk this one off, and it will be another 5-0 victory here.
That is
heartbreaking defeat for Italy, man.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Italy getting not a single point on the board this weekend, but they do have one more match in the group stage. They do have an opportunity here to get a point on the board at least in that next match. But Spain putting on an absolute show. Again, this is a very, very close matchup statistically. Spain at seed 20. There's only a 3 seed difference here. And Marble just putting on a clinic with that 99.35% FC and just an absolute marvelous performance from the side of Spain in this match and really all weekend. This is pretty unprecedented, honestly.
It is so unprecedented, in fact, that I believe Spain have just booked their ticket to their first ever round of 16 winners bracket appearance in the World Cup. I might be incorrect on that, might have to be stat checked on it, but it has been quite some time, if it's not the first time, since Spain have been in this position. And they are looking and operating like a well-oiled machine, as you noted, Stage. There are your winners, 5-0. Done in style. Spain gets it done. Heartbreak for Italy, but again, they're not going to be eliminated from the World Cup come this week or next week. They still have one more match to play against Chile. They just need to focus up, get ready for that one, and get ready for the bracket stage.
Yeah, absolutely, Dolan. Spain putting on such an amazing performance. This might be their best performance in OWC history. They play 17th and 20 through 28th in OWC number 1, and this is by far their best performance in the last 6 years. So major, major props to them for achieving this. And again, props to Italy for putting on an amazing performance today. Despite this kind of challenging opponent, when you're going up against such a strong opponent, there's not a whole lot you can do. Make sure to stick around. We do have